paused it thinking like that's gonna help. Anyway, back to Sonic Frontiers. I mean, in reality, it doesn't really matter if it was nominated or not. And that probably sounds really mean. But if in reality, it's coming down to two games. It's coming down to Elden Ring. And it's coming down to God of War. It's one of those two games, and I would say even though I'm playing Elden Ring right now, you're thinking Elden Ring. I was actually gonna say God of War. Am I? I swear I said it to Elden Ring. Oh my gosh. I went in here. Whatever, we're only gonna be around for like another hour-ish. But I'm banking on probably God of War taking it. Because if I was a judge on whatever, I don't know if it's like the popular vote. If it's popularity vote, it's probably gonna be Elden Ring. If it's like actually like judged by like a panel of people, I would say God of War. And the only reason I say that is Elden Ring is very good. A very big game. It's got a lot to do. You know, it's got a lot of ways to do it. There's so many secrets. There's so much, like, there's so much content. But I think that is probably to the everyman, to the every gamer, it's a bit too much. It's a bit too much for me. Like I beat Elden Ring and like was like I don't want to jump back into this game right now. That's a commitment. With God of War, I'm just basing this on the first one. I would assume the second one is mostly probably the same sort of format of the gameplay. I think it's probably a better one and done experience because you get fun gameplay, which is Souls-like. I will concede that the combat is Souls influenced. So if you want to knock a point off, I say you could. Because it's the original versus the imitator. But it is still very fun. The combat is still very fun in God of War. So it's not like a worse version. But it's not, well, I would imagine not open world, but still sort of open sandboxy kind of zones. Similar to the first one, with some side quests that kind of just, you know, you can do or focus on or whatever, what have you. But I would think you just get a really good story too. Like the story, if it's anything like the first one, which I have seen a chunk of the story because I couldn't resist. I had to watch some of it. It's honestly probably better. From what I've seen, it's probably better than the first game. But they're both very good. I would think more people would be inclined to just give God of War Game of the Year. That's my prediction. That's my opinion. Even though I haven't played the new God of War. I see it taking game of the year. You know, at least Call of Duty isn't getting nominated for Game of the Year anymore. Can we all just be happy about that? I'm still scratching my head at the inclusion of Stray. For Game of the Year, I should say. Not like saying it's a bad game, but for Game of the Year. I mean, you legit probably could have put Digimon Survive on there and it would have made just as much sense. Sorry if you heard me slurp my coffee. It's very hot still. Like Bayonetta 3 could have gone there. Definitely not Game of the Year, but it's still a very good game. Like who I want to watch because I watched some like Let's Plays, not like full Let's Plays, but I watched people play Stray. And it just seemed like a really basic game. I want to see who said Stray is my game of the year. I want to see someone find me a clip of anyone saying that. And I could maybe justify it being there, but I would believe you're going to be hard pressed to find that. I think it has in the indie category, I think it has a way better chance of winning. Yeah, you were disappointed by it. Yeah, it's one thing was you play as a cat. From what I saw and from what some people are saying, that was it. And like everyone and their grandma was playing Stray. Good job, brain. Cast spells with no magic. I was gonna say Cyberpunk should be nominated, but Cyberpunk came out 2 years ago. I only just played it this year. Man, if they're putting like games that had like come out a week ago, they're like, why isn't Pokemon there? Like, oh, it's just like past the date of like nomination deadline. That's actually, they probably purposefully like put the like cutoff date like November 9th or something, so God of War could get on there and win. What the heck? It's not Uncharted. The Sony open world game. It came out same day as like Breath of the Wild, and then like same. I think it came out the same day as Elden Ring too. They did it twice. Oh my gosh, that scared me for real. It might not have sounded, but I jumped up in my chair slightly.
Just to be hell be good. Just to be hell be good.
Don't know who thought armor with teeth on it was a good idea, but I kind of like it. Honestly, I think that wraps up. No, it doesn't. There's still, I know there's still stuff. There's still more. And I might be in the wrong area for it, which is very likely. Maybe we are done with this chunk. Because there's still that one last area. And, looks like the Dung Eater was not as difficult to get to as I thought. I think it's just, this area is really big. And once you're away from a while and you purposefully don't keep it in your mind, you're probably gonna forget. Like, okay, if you take the right, you're like, oh, he's like through the pipes or something. You'd get lost. But he's by the flowers. Pretty sure this is the way out. But hopefully we get some good trailers for stuff coming out at the game trailers. I would imagine probably. Oh, there's no way back up except where those big guys are. I would think we'd see maybe another Resident Evil trailer. Um, like Resident Evil 4 remake. Maybe a Cyberpunk trailer, because I know the DLC is coming out soon-ish. I would think maybe some Dead Space stuff, or like whatever the other one is called. Calypso Protocol or something like that. That looks like Dead Space but isn't. I don't know. I know they do some like world premiere, so we'll probably see some new stuff. Maybe a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer. I think that is maybe uh highly likely. I can't think of much else. I don't think Nintendo would announce anything new. I don't think they've ever done that at a Game Awards. Hopefully I don't die immediately. Got close. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of anything else that possibly could be shown or coming up, or maybe needs a trailer. Hopefully it's some good stuff and not just, you know, the crap that we're used to seeing. I don't want to see any Call of Duty. I don't want to see any Battlefield. Oh, well, I know they're showing something Fortnite. For real? Gaming, am I right? Oh, you know what? We might see Elden Ring DLC trailer. I think that could happen. I know From Software loves the Game Awards. Don't die. Thank you. And I don't know how they, I don't know if they show a lot of indie stuff. I think they do. I think I just don't remember what they show because 90% of like indie games are just, I have no interest in. They're always like the artsy ones where it's like style over substance, and which is fair. Like indie games are pretty small teams. So really they gotta, you know, load up the basket with their eggs, but unfortunately that's not really the games that I'm kind of drawn to. And they're always like, they always just like, not oversell, but like, I don't know, maybe oversell is the correct word. It's like, oh, well, we have this game where, you know, you do this and you can do that. And it's like, when the game actually comes out, it's like so simple. Where it's like, wow, it's a game filled with a bunch of busy work. Oh, you know what I would love to see is the Stardew Valley guys' next game. I'd love to see a trailer for that, the Chocolate Factory one. Just to get a glimpse of it. Like that's as close as I'll probably get to like playing like a Minecraft survival game is the pseudo sequel to Stardew. And you know what's gonna happen if they show a trailer? I'll probably see it and I'll be like, oh, that doesn't look as good. I think I'll pass. Cause that was announced a while ago, but not seen anything about it. I've only shown like a couple screenshots. I think they've mentioned that it's haunted. So there's like a ghost aspect to it, which I don't know how much that's gonna affect gameplay. I think that's just more setting than anything. Great jump. Great jump, kid. Yeah, he announced it last year. With no planned release date. Which is fair. But nothing, looks like nothing new has happened. Haunted Chocolatier. I hope we see it. I do want to see that game. I would imagine maybe Hollow Knight 2, but you know, pour one out for Hollow Knight because I feel like that bandwagon has come and gone. And not bandwagon, but like like it's been so long since the first one. I think it's kind of like it's gonna be a tough sell to anyone else now. And I didn't even really like Hollow Knight that much. It's fun and it is good, but I wasn't 100%ing it. Just going around the map got annoying. Is there anything that I would not want to see? Which is called games that I don't want to see continue. No, I don't think there's really anything that I wouldn't want to see. Aside from like Call of Duty. I would be a little upset if we saw like a new Metal Gear and not like a collection of Metal Gear. I'd be a little upset if we saw something like that. I mean, I could totally just be like talking out my ass. If it looks really good, I would probably be excited to see it, but I would know that Kojima probably is not involved. Which probably is definitely. Like the only way I could see like people really wanting to play another Metal Gear with Kojima not involved is if they remade like Metal Gear 1 and 2 and turned it into like it played like Metal Gear 5. That's the only way, is if they like copy the story and characters and just remake the game. And by remake, like not like a remake, but basically just a new game with an old story. That's it. I don't think people would be happy to see Metal Gear Solid 6. The Phantom Limb. I don't even know where you'd take Metal Gear Solid. Like the story, because 4 was kind of the end. Revengeance was kind of like what happens a little bit after, but like I don't think there's much more to tell. And I remember Metal Gear Solid 5 was like a Game Awards announcement. It was one of the crazier ones too, because they only showed it as the Phantom Pain with like little chunks of like the letters missing, and like immediately the same night people were like, it's Metal Gear Solid, and they like lined up the lettering perfectly. That was a crazy night. So I do shit on the Game Awards, but I have watched them fairly consistently. I mean, what else is on? I hope I don't talk about like the Game Awards tomorrow. I'm very light on topics. Hopefully something happens maybe after stream I can talk about. It's the giant rat. Makes all the rules. He's actually got way more health than I thought he was going to have. Oh man, Germa's Scorn playthrough was so funny. I'll probably never play Scorn. Well, because I did watch like 2.5 people play through it. And I mean, it's not very long and it's a little pricey. But man, that stream was really good. This isn't Alexander, is it? No. Can I beat Moog, the easy version of Moog, in the next 15-ish minutes? Maybe. I don't think Moog is that difficult. The second time you fight him, definitely, but I don't think it's because of his moves. I think it's because of just the circumstance of the fight and how much damage he can take. And some of his moves are very brutal. I didn't equip his little charm. He's reading my inputs. That one has a delay on it. That's a roll catcher. That move is way faster than I think it is. That one would just had a lot of reach. That's right. We're going to cheat. That was weird. Okay, just delay that one. Another roll catcher because it takes so long. Yeah, that's a 3-piece. I knew that was going to kill me. I'm like, there's no way. I either have to roll forward and get in his range, or just hope it doesn't hit me. This is way harder than I thought. He has a lot of health. The second time, I definitely remember being brutal. This one, I don't remember it being that bad. I should use his little item. Oh, just kill me. We're gonna double cheat. The heck is it? Right here. There's one for Margit, but like I didn't get it. I'm pretty sure you can reuse these in the same fight, but I don't know what like the cooldown is. So I'll chance it. Thanks for the roll catch. Thanks for the 4-piece. Great dodge by me. That's bad dodge by me. Don't do it. can't believe I'm in that. My life is over. Holy moly. New move? That one's not new, but... Okay, so we can do that into a quick one. Okay. My brain thought that looked different. That's caught. I got too antsy. I hate that. I hate that that's timed so well. It's such a good move. And the motion they put on it, it looks just like when you press dodge, it's gonna miss. You're gonna go through it, but it is just ever so slightly delayed. Again. Don't know why he went like high. And remember the pull out. Nice. I don't know what else to call that. The pull out. That does damage too. Okay, don't dodge to the left. Just dodge to the right. Doing that move way more. Please work again soon. I'm begging you. Almost. I double rolled. I just didn't roll at all that time. I got so greedy. I'm learning his moves though. I act like this is like such a big achievement. He gets 20 times harder the next time you fight him. I remember when I was here and a buddy of mine was like, he just like blazed through the game. He's like, oh, have you fought Moog? And I'm like, yeah, I just fought him the other day, actually. He's like, oh my gosh, did you beat him? I'm like, yeah, I mean, he was like, not that hard. He's like, really? He's like, we're talking about the same guy, right? I'm like, yeah, he like a big trident, throws stuff at you. He's like, oh, I think you fought like a different guy. I'm like, I'm pretty sure his name was Moog. So he had like told me that there was another version, like way early on. That move is impossible to dodge. Thanks for doing that. That's just me being bad. Why did he take away 80% of my health on a move that didn't even look like it hit me? I can't stand that move. That was frame perfect. That was not frame perfect. I don't like that. Don't don't do the big slam. I said don't do it. I had him down. I had him down. Sort of. Told you he's not that bad. This version of him is very much like. Well, that's actually insane. Good. In fact, I feel like I should just equip both. You can't. I should put that on. Be a pretty big help. All right. Well, I guess we'll end it there. Oh, sorry if you heard my bones aching.